They say the deepest water holds the darkest truths. I've skimmed the surface of 100 pools, but this was where I first learned to drown my secrets. Before the metals, before Marcus, before the life I crafted from chlorine and deception. What haunts me isn't what I've done. It's what I've allowed myself to become. A reflection distorted by ripples of my own creation.
I knew you'd come back here eventually. Water always calls to its own.
I didn't come for absolution, Elena.
No one ever does. Yet here you stand, poised between flight and surrender, still chasing that perfect dive that will somehow wash everything clean.
Every dive is a confession. Every submersion, a baptism that fails to cleanse. How many times have I tried to emerge reborn, only to find the same scars glistening on my skin?
The records you broke, the competitors you ruined, did you think they were just ripples that would fade? Some disturbances remain, Clara. They become currents that return to their source.
You knew, all this time. You knew what I did to win.
I knew what you were capable of, just as I know what you're capable of now.
Perhaps this is my true talent. Not the swimming, not the victories, but this suspended moment before impact. This liminal space where I am neither the woman I pretended to be nor the one I've been running from.
There's a difference between swimming away and diving through. One is escape, the other is transformation.
Then witness my transformation. In this perfect moment of freefall, I am finally honest. Not swimming to forget, not diving to prove, but surrendering to the truth that has always waited beneath the surface. I am both the angel of my ascent and the demon of my descent, both worthy of drowning and deserving of breath. I've always been drawn to the boundaries, those liminal spaces where elements collide, where air meets water, where truth brushes against fabrication, where past whispers into the ear of an unsuspecting present. They move through this space like exotic fish, gaudy, territorial, oblivious to the hooks suspended in their midst. I recognize their patterns, their vulnerabilities, their desperate hunger for authenticity in a world built on reflections. Clara, darling, you swim like you have secrets to drown. Don't we all, Lana? The real question is whether they stay submerged. In these shimmering depths, every smile conceals a debt of regret. I see Marcus, a man who once mirrored my ambition. Now his eyes are dark with accusation. Tonight, the water speaks of things unspoken.
Clara, you still pretend that you can wash away the past by simply swimming through it. But every ripple is a reminder. You cannot outrun what lies beneath.
Marcus, every stroke is an act of rebellion. I glide through these waters to defy the gravity of my failures, even if the truth lurks in every shadow of the deep.
They found Eliza's car, you know. Pulled it from Lake Mercer last week.
Time has a way of bringing everything to the surface. Some depths are better left unplumbed, Marcus. Not everyone is built to withstand the pressure.
Always the swimmer, always testing how long others can hold their breath.
It's not about holding your breath, Marcus. It's about knowing when to exhale and what secrets to release when you do. Let them watch me swim. Let them speculate about the currents that carry me. None of them understand that I don't swim to forget or to flee. I swim to remember exactly who I am, what I've done, what remains to be finished. It's about knowing when to exhale and what secrets to release when you do. They say water has no memory, that it surrenders its shape to any vessel it inhabits. They're wrong. Water remembers every shore it has touched, every body it has embraced, every secret it has dissolved, just as I remember. This was the first stage of my metamorphosis, where I learned to wear wealth like a second skin. Where Marcus first saw me as something more than a curiosity from the wrong side of privilege.
Darling, you swim like you're running.
Perhaps I'm swimming towards something instead.
Never found the body.
Clara was the last one to see her alive.
Each pool is a fragment of what I once was, a chapter of elegance, passion, and ruin. I am both the architect and the casualty of my own delusions. The neighbors speak of debts unpaid, promises broken, and I wonder if I'm actually drowning in them. Clara, not all debts can be erased by water. Perhaps you should consider that some stains are permanent. Permanent stains are the remnants of a life that never truly cared for its own reflection. I wonder if I have become the very ghost I seek to outrun. You were never the victim in this story, Clara. Despite what you've convinced yourself, we write our own histories, Veronica. Some of us simply use more imaginative ink. This is where I learned the art of reinvention, where dollars purchased new identities and clinic records vanished with the right phone call, where Eliza first realized what I was capable of. Ms. Weston, we weren't expecting you today. The best visits are always unannounced, wouldn't you say, Maya? Dr. Reed has been asking questions about your last visit, about the procedure. Dr. Reed's curiosity has always exceeded his discretion. The mind is a treacherous architect, constructing phantom images from the rubble of guilt. Or perhaps the dead do speak, not with voices, but with absences that take their shape.
Miss Weston, is everything all right?
Perfectly fine. Just thought I saw an old friend. This is where I learned to wear wealth like a second skin.
Clara, I thought I might find you here, still chasing absolution through chlorinated water.
Thomas, still confusing surveillance with coincidence?
Eliza's parents have hired a new investigator, someone who doesn't know the rules of our particular game.
There are no rules, Thomas. Only consequences we've managed to defer. Some say drowning is peaceful once you surrender to it. I wouldn't know. I've never surrendered to anything, not even my own nature. Each submersion is not an ending, but a transformation. What emerges is never quite what descended. Memory is water, flowing, connecting, dissolving boundaries between what was and what might have been. I move between these pools not just in space, but in time. Each immersion a baptism that cleanses nothing but changes everything. The sky above me was vast and dark, a reflection of the ocean within my soul. As the rain fell, it blurred the lines between what was real and what lingered in the shadows of my past. Emerging from the water, I found Adrian waiting, impeccably dressed, untouched by the rain, a figure caught between worlds, much like myself. His words pierced through the rain, questioning if my journey was towards salvation or inevitable ruin. With every step, the world around us shifted, as if mirroring the transformations within my soul. Before us lay a labyrinth of pools, each a mirror reflecting my past, each swimmer a fragment of my journey. Faces from my past emerged, their words a haunting reminder of what lay at the journey's end. Adrian questioned if I had ever truly surrendered to the water, unaware that it was never about escape, but remembrance. As we reached the lake, time and distance collapsed, and I stood on the precipice of my past. In the water, Eliza awaited, a reflection of choices made and paths crossed. In those depths, we became one, two souls merging, each becoming the other. As I walked from the water, I embraced the fluidity of identity, understanding that in water, nothing truly drowns, it simply transforms.